Hey everybody, so today I'm going to do a walkthrough of the steps that I had to take in order to modify my Arcade 1-Up and make it a driving cab. So I wanted to do this on a budget, on a very, very tight budget. So in the end, I think I only ended up purchasing the actual steering wheel, which I got on sale on Amazon for like 60 bucks. And I ended up having to get some toggle bolts and the spray paint. So all in all, definitely $100. Might even be under $80. So it's really, really inexpensive. So here, as you can see, I'm adding, or actually mounting the pedals to the riser. And here I actually kind of messed up because I drilled a hole into the pedals and the riser, but I actually made them the same size, which I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to make the hole on the riser smaller so that way the bolt wouldn't just pass through. Luckily for me, I did find just kind of metal plate with a hole in it that I could use as a washer. So in the end, it did come out okay. This was actually version 2.0. I had originally done it, but I was using zip ties. So what I realized is that when I did it with the zip ties, I mounted it too high. So my foot was a little bit too high off the ground, not too bad, but after a while, after a long while, it did kind of get uncomfortable. So I just decided to lower it to make it look better, and then just to make it more comfortable. And I use toggle bolts to make it more secure. So here what I'm doing is I'm running the cord from the pedals up. So there is a space between that front panel there and the little shelf. So there's just enough space so that I can get that wire through and then just drop in the, or drop that wire there. So there's the finished product, and I did end up switching the gas and the brake because it is mounted upside down. So this is the part where I actually ended up saving the most money, and I didn't really mean to. It just kind of, I saw the holes, I saw that I had a little thing of Easy Patch, and I thought, hey, maybe that'll work. So I just ended up filling all the holes with the Easy Patch, and it actually ended up working a lot better than I expected. Now, in all honesty, this is probably the part that I will be replacing. I'll just end up getting a brand new CP because I didn't realize that they sold kind of blank CPs without any holes for like $30. So had I known that, I probably wouldn't have gone through the trouble of sanding and painting. But I mean, it was inexpensive. I already had the Easy Patch, I had the panel, so this was free. But it did come out nice. Now the painting process was probably the one that took the longest, simply because I had to apply maybe about 4 different coats and then wait for them to dry. And note to anybody who's going to try this, I think this goes without saying, but you know, I forgot. But do this in a well ventilated area. I'm in my garage and I forgot to open my garage door. I did have a door open, but that just wasn't enough. So at the end of the process, I was feeling pretty dizzy. And there's the finished product. You'll notice that I did drill a hole so that way I could run the wires from the steering wheel down to the PC that's going to be at the bottom there. So there I did add the steering wheel. At this point I'm just adding the CP back, I'm adding the screws back on. Now the driving wheel, all it has to mount are just suction cups, which worked well. I'm thinking about mounting it some other way just to make it more secure. But at this point, all it's holding it are those suction cups. So there you have it, it's all done. Steering wheel does have 180 degrees of rotation, and as you can see, the pedals, there they are. Pedals are just fine, perfect position. Connected to it is my Switch, so I'm just playing Mario Kart. My plan is to add my PC to it. I was gonna add a Pi 4, but after doing some initial testing, configuration is just a little bit too cumbersome. I think it might be easier with the PC. So I'll probably hook that up and get all those old arcade games working on it. Now I do plan to continue modification, so I'm probably gonna end up getting a new CP, and I'm also probably going to end up getting a better steering wheel. So this is a really good budget steering wheel, but I want something a little bit more substantial. So I might be going with the G29, but stay tuned for that. But anyways, there you have it. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys have any questions about the build, please don't hesitate to ask, and please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.